It is Wednesday, guys. It is time to move on with this flag project. I'm hoping this will be the next to the last. I think Friday will be hopefully the last video on this project. I've still got a couple surprises planned, stuff that I've never done. One of them is going to be in today's video. So what we're going to do is we are going to pour some more resin. I love this stuff, guys, and I'm learning more about it all the time and getting a little bit more prepared with it all the time. And that's the biggest thing that I find on stuff like this is to get prepared. So here's my flag project. Now, because I'm going to do something different on the frame, what I've decided to do is put masking tape, about 3 layers of masking tape, even with the bottom of the board all the way around, and that hopefully will hold my resin in place. I did a test with it and it worked out pretty well. So my resin will stop right at the edge, and because I'm going to do something different on the outside. And what I've done is having it even with the bottom, it's 1-inch masking tape or thereabouts. So it's going to be about 1/4 inch. I'm going to pour, hopefully, if I've got enough, I'm going to pour all the way up to the edge. And what I've done is I've leveled it out, so it's not, dead on level, but it's pretty close both ways. Actually, it's level this way too. I had to shim up the bottom a little bit. I'm not too worried about, I'm not going to have overhang. It's not going to go over the edge, so I don't have to worry and build it way up. I just got a couple pieces of wood under there. Oh, there's my wine glass from the other day. So anyway, that is that. Now I've got, actually I'm going to move this box out of the way. And so I've got my 2 parts, my epoxy and my hardener. And I am going to, like it says in the directions, double mix them. So I'm going to put them both in a container here. I don't know, can they see this, babe? Okay. So I'm going to put them both in here, try and get it all out. And then we have to mix, I think 2 minutes each per. I have to mix the first mix for 2 minutes, and then pour it into another container and mix it again for a couple minutes. Now, I've been watching more and more videos on YouTube about people that do a lot of this, and I don't do a lot of it. I'm learning more. And they say that actually the best way to, I don't know that these solo cups with these ridges are the best way to get it all out of there, but and the best I had for right now. But the other thing that I've been hearing is, as far as making sure that you have the same amounts, is to actually weigh it with a scale. And I actually have one of those, but I didn't bother to do that on this. But for future projects, I may do that. So you can my scale, my little shipping scale that I have, will go to grams, which really gives you a very, very accurate measurement. But I'm hoping that this will be close enough. All right, well, I guess that's about empty. All right, so we are going to mix this for 2 minutes. So we'll be right back at the end of 2 minutes, and then we'll move it over to another container and mix it again. All right, that's 2 minutes. So let's pour this all in this other container. And my wife had a good idea, maybe use a little sponge thing to get it out of there. I'm not sure it's any better than the stick now that I'm actually doing it, but I'm not sure it's not. This is the part where I normally make a real mess, just going from one container to the next. Awkward awkward silence. I think I'm going to use this stick a little bit too. Yeah, see, it tends to get a little bit, look how much I'm picking up there. Last couple ones I've done, I've been a little bit short on my calculation on how much I actually need. I hope I got it right this time.
You got some on the top up there.
Yeah, look how much that was. All right, that's about it. Now, and these are obviously just disposable. All right, we'll mix for 2 more minutes. We'll be right back. All right, we are mixed. I'm just gonna leave that there. Let's start pouring. Huh?
Don't pour on.
Yeah. That's what I hope so. We'll see.
You're not.
Don't think I'll have enough, huh?
No.
No, I'm not done yet. Still going.
You don't have that much in there, but
Hmm?
shoot, I see how it's not gonna be enough.
Not giving up yet. Might not be a full 1/4 of an inch deep, but I think we'll cover, I think. Just might not be a full 1/4 of an inch deep. All right, I'm going to save that little bit. All right, so here's the one thing that I wanted to do that's a little bit different.
Well, let's even it out a little bit first.
Yeah.
This one's empty.
Here's what we're going to do. This is actually, help me out if that's straight or not. This is actually a, what is it, a KC-10 airplane, which actually it's the husband of of almost like our niece, I guess, right? Yeah, so he's almost like a
I used
nephew.
to babysit Amy when she was a baby.
Yeah,
too.
so Amy, the girl that grew up with, well, Vicky's best friend growing up is Amy's mom, and this is for her husband. His name is Nathan Rogers, and that's the other sign that I have to put on the... Boy. Man, I'm just terrible at this calculation thing on these. I'm figuring out how much I need. I think we'll get coverage, but not as much as I had wanted. Actually, this was the last out of that kit that I had, that 32-ounce kit, because you should have gloves on, babe. What are you doing without gloves on? I'm gonna get... That's why you should have gloves on. What are you doing without gloves? You can't do this without gloves on, babe. What's wrong with you?
Stubborn, take after my husband.
What? Did I get you again? Well, I warned you. Any gaps?
That's what I'm trying to fill in. I can't see here, so.
No, we're okay on that edge right there. Well, pretty much. So actually right now, if I had more, I would mix up another batch and pour it right on top of here. However, unfortunately, I do not. So this is it. Whatever we got is what we got. And I think all of the, everything's filled, isn't it? Almost have to look at it at a kind of an angle, huh? With the light shining on it. We didn't quite get as much in there as I had hoped that we would have. But I think it's gonna serve the purpose. But anyway, so we wanted to do, this is what my buddy Patrick, this his daughter and Cheryl's daughter Amy is married to Nathan Rogers, and he's a flight engineer for a KC-10.
So what kind of plane is that?
That's a KC-10. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what Patrick told me. He sent me the image of the KC-10. What we did is we cut this out of 1/8 inch birch with the laser, and then I sprayed it black with the black primer. So what we're going to do now is we're going to let this thing set for about 15 minutes. Then we're going to come back and see if we can get those bubbles out of there. So stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, it's been about 15 minutes, so we're going to, rather than using the torch, I'm going to use my little heat gun. I got a little cheap heat gun that I use once in a while. This is a Harbor Freight heat gun, actually. I think it was like 10, 12 bucks. Is that showing up?
I think so. I need to get right down on the plane. I'm on the plane there. Tip of the plane there.
You just got to make sure you don't heat it up too much, because you could scorch the resin.
Still got some bubbles in there. Dang, that looks good.
Not bad. I like the heat gun better than the torch. The heat gun doesn't blow out on me like the torch did. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is I'll probably come out for the next hour or so. I'll probably come out every 15 minutes and I'll check it just to make sure that no new bubbles have kind of come up. But that is it for today, guys. So the next step, what?
Cardboard.
The cardboard. Oh yeah. Okay, so it's party time. So we're gonna. I'm now gonna cover it. This is the way I make sure, since I'm in a sawdust environment, I'm gonna cover this thing and just let it set. And actually, I'm gonna cover it with paper as well. And hopefully, anything that's flying around in the air now won't settle on there. So here is, I don't think we showed this. This is what's going to go on the sign that's going to hang above this. This is our, basically kind of our adopted nephew, I guess. Nathan and Amy are just super great people. Anyway, that's who this is for. And gosh, I feel like I'm sitting really low. My hat's in the way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me stand up. Anyway, guys, that is it for today. So the next step is, again, something brand new that I've never done before. And that's going to be Friday's video. And hopefully it will come out like I think it will. And that will be the last video of this project. even though I am going to do a sign, and I'll probably get a sign done, that KC Nathan Rogers sign, get that done before Fridays and show that as well. So if you like this, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, we would love for you to subscribe. As always, if you have questions, write me an email, eric@makeawoodsign.com. I'm always happy to help. If you have any questions on this or anything else I can help with, just let me know. And hope you guys are having a great week, and we will see you on Friday. Bye-bye.